Following building is alarmed so that the security will be alerted should anyone walk within 3.5 meters of its perimeter. Okay, so we need to shade the region that applies here. So when it talks about the perimeter, they're talking about the outside of the building, aren't they? Okay, so the outside of the building here, and quite simply, it's obviously an important building. So they've got a security system set up. So if you get anywhere near this building or within 3.5 meters, siren goes off. Okay, so there must be some sort of laser detector or whatever. Now, in this case, all right, it's quite straightforward in order to detect where the boundary is when you look at the length of the building, right, and the width of the building. All you need to do is to draw a line simply that runs parallel to the building. Okay, because of the scale here, okay, 3.5 meters. Well, 1 meter is 1 centimeter, so 3.5 meters will be 3.5 centimeters. So all you need to do is get your ruler, okay, and measure the end, right, of the building, 3.5 centimeters. Make sure we get this right. So we'll put a dot there. Okay, exactly 3.5. We'll go then at the other end of the building, 3.5, and put a dot there. We'll join those two dots up, and we know then that line will be running parallel to the building, exactly 3.5 centimeters, okay, which obviously represents 3.5 meters. Okay, same the other side. Okay, so 3.5 centimeters this side, there, and here. We'll join them up. Okay, I've gone a little bit too far there. And same with the sides of the building here. Okay, so we'll measure 3.5 centimeters from the end here. And this end here. Three and a half this side. Okay, now the question is, what happens in the corners here? Okay, you might be tempted just to keep that line going, okay, and draw a huge rectangle around it. However, it doesn't quite work like that. Okay. But we do want a sort of cyclic sort of run, so that we have the locus in a sense that represents the actual boundary. Okay, anything inside that boundary, then the alarm's going to go off. So what happens here? Well, at the end of the building, of course, right? If I kept going, well, we'd end up being actually further than 3.5 meters away. Okay, because that corner there, if you think about it, if I kept going with that line and kept going with that line up here, if you think about it logically, that point there where they meet, okay, where this line and this line meets at the corner there, is actually further away. It looks further away, doesn't it, than this distance here, okay? So what happens is when you get to the end of the building, all right, we then focus on the corner point, and we need to be 3.5 meters from this corner point. And if you're 3.5 meters from a corner point, from one point, you need to draw a circular arc, okay? So 3.5 centimeters that will be. So let's just measure this out on my ruler. So we've got that exact there, 3.5. Put your pin then on the corner, okay, and hopefully this will all work out nicely for us. All right. So there you go. You can see then they join up nicely. Okay. This corner point, we've got to be 3.5 centimeters from that corner point. Okay. This corner point. And this corner point. All right, brilliant. So we need to shade then the region where the alarm will go off. And just take note here, it's not, you know, it's quite challenging to do if you're not accurate, right? So you've got to be accurate here. You can see here maybe I'm slightly off, okay? That's okay, that'll be allowed. But if you're a couple of millimeters off, it's going to look a bit messy. But here now you can see that's the sort of outside border. If you come inside there, you are within 3.5 meters of the building, and essentially the alarm then will go off. Okay, so we shaded in. Okay, Not my favourite part of the job, but make sure you shade it in. I'm sure you do a much better job than me, and we are done. Okay.